Welcome to Easy to Love Yoga with Shanna. Today we're going to do a chair yoga practice and we are going to use a yoga strap. Remember, if you don't have a yoga strap, you can use a men's necktie. So let's come seated forward in our chair. So our glutes are on the chair, our hamstrings are off the chair, allowing us to have a nice 90-degree bend at the knees and our feet resting flat on the floor. Thinking about our posture here, sitting nice and tall. Roll your shoulders back and down once, relaxing the shoulders, placing the hands on the lap. Closing your eyes for just a moment and noticing your breath. Notice on the inhale if you allow the chest to rise and then the belly to rise. Exhaling, allowing the belly to fall and then the chest to fall. Just notice. Taking a moment to scan the body, starting at the crown of the head, working down to the toes. Notice any areas you need to be mindful of as we move through this practice together. Please remember, if a pose doesn't feel right or doesn't feel comfortable, you do not need to do that pose. Always keep yourself safe in this or any other practice. Let's begin our 4 square breathing, starting with an inhale through the nose of 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain your breath. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Retain the emptiness. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhaling, notice your posture. Retain. Exhale. Retain. Inhale. Retain. Exhale. Retain. And now return to your regular breath and just notice, are you breathing deeply, allowing the belly to rise on the inhale? Gently opening your eyes. Let's begin by rolling our shoulders to the back of the room, releasing any tension in the shoulders. And now changing directions, rolling the shoulders to the front of the room. One more roll here. And let's shrug as we inhale and exhale, release down. Shrug, inhale, exhale, release. Shrug, inhale, exhale, release. Last time. Shrug, inhale, exhale, release. Beautiful. Now sitting tall, placing your hands on your lap, making sure the strap is not too close to your neck. Let's lower one ear towards the shoulder on one side, extending the opposite arm out with the fingers pointing down. Just adding a nice stretch into the side neck. If you like a little extra here, you can add the weight of your hand only to the top of your head. Just holding here, breathing deeply. One more breath here. And let's return to our starting position. And now let's do the opposite side, bringing the ear towards the shoulder, extending the opposite arm out, fingers towards the floor, and bringing the hand to the top of the head if you'd like a little extra. And returning to center. This time lifting the chin nice and high, looking up at the ceiling, and actually lifting the jaw a little bit, maybe making fish lips at the ceiling. One more breath here. We're all ready for our next selfie. And return to our starting position. And this time drawing the chin in towards the chest. And if you'd like, just add the weight of your fingertips to the top of your head here. One more breath. And release the hands. And let's roll out the wrists. And rolling in the opposite direction. And making that stop sign with one hand, bringing gentle pressure to the fingers just until you can feel the sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. Still sitting nice and tall in the chair, not using the backrest. One more breath here, and let's lower the fingers this time. Once again, gentle pressure now, feeling the sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. These are the extensors and flexors of the wrist that we're working. One more breath here, and let's change hands, starting with that stop sign, gentle pressure to the fingers, feeling the sensation of the stretch in the lower part of the wrist. And this time lowering the fingers once again, gentle pressure, feeling the sensation of the stretch along the top of the wrist. One more breath here. Let's shake it out, jazz hands. Beautiful. Now let's bring the palms of our hands together in front of the body in prayer. I'm just going to do another exercise for the wrists. So we're going to do the first one very slowly. So we're going to lower the fingers forward, draw the backs of the hands together, and then bring the fingers towards the body so we can come back into prayer. Now let's do this several times at your own pace. Just concentrating on bringing the fingers forward, bringing the backs of the hands together, and flipping the fingers towards the body back into prayer. Let's do two more. And let's pause when we get to prayer. And this time lifting the elbows slightly, drawing the fingers slightly towards the body, backs of the hands together, and now flipping the fingers away from the body. So again, slowly, fingers towards the body, backs of the hands together, and flip away. And now go at your own pace. This version may feel a little awkward moving towards the body, so sometimes it helps to raise the elbows up slightly. Do what works best for you today. Two more. Beautiful. And let's pause, stopping in prayer. Now we're going to relax one hand and bring gentle pressure with the opposite hand. Just holding here, nice and gentle. Slowly coming back to center, relaxing the hand on the bottom and bringing the other hand over. Coming back to center once again in the other direction. Back to center and once more the other way. Coming back to center, this time lowering the fingers forward. Back to center and lowering them towards you. Elbows must be rising slightly for this one. Back to center, fingers forward. Back to center, lift the elbows and bring the fingers towards your body. Back to center, forward. Back to center, lift the elbows and fingers towards the body. Back to center, let's do one more set. Fingers come forward. Back to center, lift the elbows, fingers towards the body. Back to center, let's shake it out. Beautiful. Let's lower the hands beside us on the chair on either side. We're going to take one hand up, looking up through the fingers at the ceiling, and immediately start moving to the opposite side. Keeping a nice fluid movement here from side to side, getting movement into the spine and the side body. So we bring the arms overhead, looking up through the fingers, and adding each time we come up with the arm, little side bend each time, taking it slightly deeper. Each time we bring that hand up and over, a little deeper each time, looking up through the fingers, moving at your own pace. Looking up through that fingers and that nice side bend, take it a little deeper. Perhaps you need to slow down slightly, a little deeper. Again, take it a bit deeper. One more time, little deeper. Beautiful, and coming back to our starting position, hands down by our side. Now we're going to bring our hands forward, palms of the hands together. We're going to follow our elbow and our hand with the gaze. So we're going to take our right hand and draw it behind us, following with our gaze, bringing it forward. And now the left hand, bringing it forward. Right hand back and forward, left hand back. forward, and the right. Following with your gaze, the left. Beautiful. Once more in each direction. Beautiful. Let's lower the hands down to the legs. This time we're going to take one hand to the opposite knee. Bring a hand behind you on the chair. I want you to think about your posture here, sitting nice and tall. And on an exhale, twist and look over the shoulder. We're going to hold here for 8 rounds of breath. Notice the muscles resisting as you first move into this pose. One more round of breath here. Very slowly unwind, come back to our starting position. And this time changing sides, so the opposite hand to the opposite knee. Bring that arm behind you on the chair, sit nice and tall. Exhale and twist, hold for 8 rounds of breath. One more round of breath here. Slowly unwind, coming forward. Let's roll the shoulders twice to the back and twice to the front. Just release any tension we might have in the shoulders. Now we're going to take that strap off of our shoulders and place it hip width apart, just balancing on our thumbs, fingers closing over the strap. I'm going to take that strap up nice and high. I still want you to be seated nice and tall in your chair, so the glutes are on the chair, hamstrings are off the chair. We're looking up, gazing through that strap, and we're going to exhale and twist to one side. Inhale and come back to center. Exhale and twist the opposite way. Inhale to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale to center, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and twice more. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. Inhale back to center. Let's widen our grip on that strap, so wider than hip width apart this time. Keeping a nice straight spine here. Dropping one hand down by the seat of the chair. Other hand comes overhead, looking up through the hand at the ceiling. And changing sides. Dropping the opposite hand down. Looking up through the hand at the ceiling. And changing sides once again. Changing. Once again, change. Other direction. And change. And last time. Beautiful. Bringing that strap overhead. Let's lower that strap down to our legs. Now, we're going to sit back all the way in our chair. So we might just be on our toes here. So we're going to take that strap wider than hip width apart. We're going to take that strap overhead. We're going to exhale and lower that strap down behind the chair. Inhaling, bringing that strap up. Now remember, if this is really tight on your upper back and shoulders, widen your grip on the strap. If you're not feeling the shoulder blades engage, shorten your grip on the strap. So let's exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, keeping a nice tall posture here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale halfway. All the way. Inhale halfway. All the way. Exhale halfway. All the way. Inhale halfway. All the way. Exhale to the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let's lower that strap. Let's come seated forward in our chair once again. Glutes on the chair, hamstrings off of the chair. A nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet flat on the floor. Let's draw one arm across the body, supporting under the elbow. Just giving ourselves a nice opportunity to stretch. Beautiful. Let's take that hand high, touch down to the shoulder, support under the elbow, bring the elbow close to the head and point it upward if you can. One more breath here. We're going to release that arm and draw the other arm across the body, relaxing the shoulder, supporting under the elbow. Now let's take that hand high, touch down to the shoulder, support under the elbow, keeping the elbow close to the ear, point it upward if you can. One more breath. And let's release and just shake it out and roll the shoulders back twice and let's roll them forward twice. Beautiful. Now we're just going to leave that strap just balanced on our legs. We're going to take our feet out slightly, toes on a diagonal. Beautiful. And we're going to sit nice and tall here. Bring our arms into a cactus pose. So this is our neutral position, trying to keep those elbows raised nice and high. Let's draw everything together in the center, bringing the elbows and the palms of the hands together, squeezing. And let's come back to neutral. And this time engaging the shoulder blades, drawing the elbows behind, feeling the chest open, the heart open. Coming back to neutral. Once again, drawing everything to the center, squeezing the palms of the hands and the elbows together. Back to neutral. And draw behind, engaging the shoulder blades. Back to neutral. Once more, everything comes together in front, and let's add a pulse here, trying to keep the hands nice and high here. 2 more pulses. Beautiful. Let's come back to neutral. And now let's take it behind, and if you'd like, you can add that tiny pulse. Otherwise, just hold that position where we're just holding here, feeling the shoulder blades engaged. You decide, this is your practice. 2 more pulses if you're pulsing. And coming back to neutral. Beautiful. Let's lower. Let's shrug. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Shrug. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Now I'd like you to take your hands and just bring them onto the crease where your hips and your legs meet. I want you to drop one elbow towards the opposite knee. Beautiful. One shoulder to the opposite knee. I think I said elbow originally, I meant shoulder. Shoulder towards the knee. Coming back into seated, dropping that shoulder towards the knee. Back into a seated position, dropping that shoulder. Back to center, drop the shoulder. Center and drop. Back to center and drop. Let's do one more to each side. Dropping that shoulder, center, and last time, dropping that shoulder and coming back to center. Beautiful. Now just set that strap beside you on the floor for a moment. We're going to take our hands, we're going to allow them to drift down our legs. I want you to think about relaxing your back here, your low back, your mid back, your upper back, and your shoulders. So we're just going to melt like rag dolls here into this modified seated forward fold. So allow everything to relax. Focus on your breath here. Giving your body a chance to settle and relax. Softening the muscles in the back, the shoulders. And keeping one hand on a foot, taking the opposite hand to the sky, looking through the fingers at the ceiling, and then slowly rotating back down. And then changing sides, bringing the opposite hand up, looking through the fingers, slowly rotating down. And changing once again, a nice fluid movement. As soon as we gaze up through the fingers of the ceiling, we can start rotating down and moving to the opposite direction. So do this at your own pace. Take your time here. We're not in a hurry. Rotating, coming back down, rotating, coming back down, rotate, and lower, rotate, lower. Let's do 2 more singles. Rotate, and lower, rotate, and lower, holding here, letting go of your feet, grabbing your elbows and feeling yourself be pulled a little closer to your mat. Relaxing all those muscles once again. Breathing deeply. One more breath here, bringing the hands back to the feet. Slowly drawing the hands up the legs. Beautiful. Now we're going to come down onto our elbows on our knees. And once again, rotate one hand looking up through the fingers and then slowly coming back down and changing sides. Getting some nice movement in the spine. It's beautiful rotations. Looking up through the fingers and then moving back down, changing sides. Let's do 2 more singles. Beautiful. And just both elbows on the knees. Slowly bringing those hands to the knees and bringing those feet in. Making sure you have that nice 90-degree bend at the knees, feet nice and flat on the floor. Let's just roll the shoulders back. And the other way, rolling them forward. Now we're going to take our free hands, we're going to grab the seat of the chair on both sides, picking up one foot. Let's roll out the ankles in one direction. Keeping nice mobility in the ankles. You might hear some snap, crackle, and pop sounds, and that's totally normal. Let's roll in the other direction. And let's turn this now into a point and a flex. Point, flex, point, flex. Point, flex, and let's do one more. Point and flex. Set that foot down. Let's pick up the other foot. Let's roll out that ankle in one direction, sitting nice and tall in the chair. Rotating the other way. And moving into that point and flex. Point, flex, point, flex. One more time. Point, flex, and lowering that foot to the floor. So we focus on upper body mostly today. I always like to add a little bit of mobility for the ankles into anything that we do. So let's take a moment here, closing your eyes, focusing on your breath, and just notice if you're breathing deeply. Thank your body for taking you on this journey through yoga today, and for everything else your body does for you throughout the day. Doing another scan of your body, starting at the crown of the head, working down to your toes. Just noticing any sensation changes from the scan at the beginning of class. Notice without judgment. Bringing your hands together at heart center, just rubbing the palms together for a moment. And then holding the hands together and feeling the heat and the energy generated. Noticing your breath. Thank you so much for sharing your energy in this practice today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Namaste.